She was the most famous ballerina in New York. Perfect, flawless, untouchable. Until the moment she fell. On stage, in front of 2,000 people. What no one knew? She'd been dancing on a broken ankle for 6 months, overdosing on painkillers just to perform, destroying herself for perfection. And the man who saved her? A Korean doctor, sitting in row 10, who'd never been to a ballet in his life. What happens next will break your heart and put it back together. If you're ready for a story about falling, healing, and discovering you're more than what you do, stay with me. But first, hit subscribe. Because this journey, you'll want to remember where you heard it, and you won't want to miss what comes next. Now, let me tell you about the night Belle's perfect life shattered. I never believed pain could be beautiful, until I became a ballerina. Then I learned. Pain was the price for perfection, for grace, for everything. My name is Isabelle Rousseau. Everyone calls me Belle. I'm 29 years old, French, American by choice, and a principal dancer. Or I was, until the night I fell. On stage, in front of 2,000 people. The night my body finally said no. The night a Korean doctor in the audience became the person who taught me that breaking is sometimes the only way to become whole. New York, Lincoln Center. I'd danced here 100 times, but tonight felt different. Wrong. My ankle. It had been 6 months since the injury. The one doctor said would end my career, but I didn't listen, because ballet was everything. My identity, my worth, my life. So I danced through the pain, with pills, so many pills. Tonight was Giselle, my role. I stood backstage staring at myself in the mirror. Perfect bun, perfect makeup, perfect costume. But my eyes looked hollow, desperate. The bottle of pills in my dance bag. I'd already taken 3, double the dose. But the pain was screaming. One more, just one more. I swallowed it dry. The stage manager called. 5 minutes, Belle. You okay? She asked. Always ask. Never really want the truth. Perfect. I lied. I'm perfect. The curtain rose. 2,000 people watching, waiting, expecting perfection. I gave it to them. At first, I danced flawlessly, technically perfect, but inside I was dying. Every step was agony, my ankle screaming, but I smiled. Because that's what Prima ballerinas do. We suffer beautifully. In the audience, row 10, was a man I'd never meet, Dr. Kang Ji-hun, 36, Korean, orthopedic surgeon. He'd never been to a ballet before. A patient had given him the ticket. He almost didn't come, but something made him go. And when I danced onto that stage, he saw what no one else could see. He watched me not with the eyes of an audience member, but with the eyes of a doctor. And he saw the slight limp, the compensating, the micro-expressions of pain, the tremor in my right leg. And he thought, she's hurt, badly hurt. Why is she dancing? Why is no one stopping her? Act 2, the final scene. Giselle mad with grief dancing herself to death. How appropriate. The choreography called for a grand jeté, a high leap across the stage. I'd done it 10,000 times. I prepared, ran, leapt. And in that moment suspended in air, I felt my ankle give. Completely. I landed wrong. The sound, like something snapping inside me. I fell hard onto the stage. A scream tore from my throat before I could stop it. The music stopped. The audience gasped. I tried to stand, to finish. You have to finish. But I couldn't move. The pain was everywhere. Darkness crept at the edges of my vision, and then someone running from the audience onto the stage, a man, tall, Asian, concerned. "Don't move her," he shouted in accented English. "I'm a doctor." He knelt beside me, gentle hands checking my pulse, my pupils, my ankle. I tried to speak. I need to finish. No. His voice firm, kind. You need a hospital, now. But the performance is over. You need help. I looked at his face, kind eyes behind glasses, serious but gentle. Who are you? Dr. Kang Ji-hun, and you just destroyed your ankle. That's when everything went black. I woke in a hospital room, white walls, beeping machines, and him, the doctor from the stage, sitting in a chair by my bed, awake, alert, like he'd been waiting. Where? My voice cracked. Hospital. He stood, brought water. You fainted on stage, from pain and medication overdose. What? You took too many painkillers. I could see it in your blood work. I closed my eyes, shame hot and heavy. How long have you been dancing on that injury? He asked quietly, not judging, just asking. I don't. You need to tell me the truth. 6 months. His face didn't change, but his eyes grew sad. 6 months dancing on a broken ankle with massive amounts of painkillers. I nodded. Why? Because. Tears started. I couldn't stop them. Because without dance, I'm nothing. He sat back down, looked at me. Really looked. That's not true. You don't understand. I think I do. No. I shook my head. You don't. Dance is everything. My identity. My worth. My reason for existing. Without it, I'm nothing. You're human. That's not enough. He was quiet for a long moment. Then, it has to be, because right now your body is telling you it can't do this anymore. The next hours were a blur. X-rays, MRIs, tests. Dr. Kang stayed through all of it. Finally, he came with results, and his face told me everything. It's bad, isn't it? Yes. How bad? You have a fracture that never healed properly, a new fracture from tonight, and significant tendon damage. Can I dance again? He sat, took a breath. Maybe. With surgery, extensive physical therapy, a year at least of recovery, you might be able to dance again. But not the way you did. Not principal dancer. Not that level. I felt my world ending, collapsing. So it's over. I don't know. But Belle, if you keep going like this, taking pills, ignoring pain, you won't just lose dance. You'll lose the ability to walk, to live normally. Do you understand? I understood, but I didn't want to. I wanted to scream, to rage. Instead, I just cried. And he, this stranger, this doctor, held my hand and let me grieve. Siete Mayo, 40 minutos, 50% mark. You're halfway through Belle and Ji-hun's story, and you might be wondering, does she dance again? Does she heal? Do they fall in love? Here's what I can tell you. What happens next isn't what you expect. It's not about going back to who she was. It's about becoming who she was always meant to be. And if that sounds like a journey worth taking, hit that like button right now. Drop a comment telling me, have you ever lost something you thought defined you? Because Belle's about to learn the hardest lesson of her life, and the most beautiful. Stay with us. The best part is coming. Surgery, 2 weeks later. They put me back together with pins and screws and hope. Ji-hun did the surgery, said he wanted to make sure it was done right. I asked why. Why he cared so much about me. A stranger. He said, because I saw you that night destroying yourself for an audience that would forget you by morning, and I thought someone has to show her she's worth more than applause. I cried. Again. After surgery, I went home. To my apartment. Small, not luxurious. I was alone. Completely alone. My family in France. Distant for years. My friends from the ballet disappeared the moment I fell. My boyfriend Marcus left the day after. Said he couldn't be with someone who wasn't going anywhere. So I was alone, with a broken ankle, broken dreams, and nothing. I stopped eating, sleeping, caring. What was the point? Without dance, I was nothing. Ji-hun started coming every day, at first to check the surgical site, but then he started staying, bringing food. I'm not hungry. You haven't eaten in 2 days. So what? So you need to heal. Why? Why heal if there's nothing to heal for? He sat, looked at me. Belle, I know you're grieving. I know this feels like the end. But what? But it's not. It is. It's not. You don't understand, I shouted. You don't know. Dance was everything, my whole life since I was 4 years old. Training, practicing, bleeding, starving, suffering, for this, for the chance to be perfect, beautiful, something, and now I'm nothing. He didn't flinch, just waited until I stopped shaking. Then, you were never nothing. Dance didn't make you valuable. You were always valuable, just for being you. That's easy for you to say. Is it? He asked quietly. You think I don't know what it's like to lose everything? I looked at him, really looked. What did you lose? My brother, he said simply. 4 years ago, car accident. He was a surgeon too. Better than me, smarter, funnier, everything I wanted to be. And when he died, I thought, what's the point of being the one who survived when he was so much more? I didn't know. How did you get past it? I didn't get past it. I got through it. There's a difference. How? He smiled. Sad, small. Someone showed me that my value wasn't in being my brother. It was in being me, and slowly I learned to believe it. Can you teach me that? I don't know, but I can try, if you let me. He came every day, not just as a doctor, but as something more. A friend, maybe more than that. He cooked, cleaned, talked, told me about Korea, about medical school, about his brother, about life. And slowly I started to come back to life. 1 month after surgery, he took me out. I can't. Yes, you can. Wheelchair until you're cleared for crutches. But out. We went to a museum. I'd lived in New York for 10 years. Never been to a museum. Too busy dancing. We walked through galleries. He walked. I wheeled. We stopped at a dega. Dancers. This is beautiful. He looked at me. So are you. I'm broken. You're healing. There's a difference. 2 months post-surgery. Physical therapy started. It was hell. I can't, I shouted. It's too much. You can. Try again. I can't. Ji-hun was there. Always there. Belle, yes. You did grand jetés. You can do this. It's different. How? It's not beautiful. So? So it has to be beautiful. Or what's the point? He knelt in front of me. Belle. The point is healing, not beauty. Healing. Sometimes is ugly and painful and not graceful, but it's worth it. Why? Because on the other side is life. Real life, not performance. Life. I cried. He held me, and I tried again, and again. And slowly it got easier. My ankle stronger, my body healing, and something else I'd never felt before. Hope. 3 months. He took me places I'd never been. Central Park to walk slowly with crutches, coffee shops where we talked for hours, bookstores. I'd never had time to read. I discovered painting. One day he brought watercolors. I don't know how to paint. Neither do I. So let's learn together. I painted dancers at first, but then other things. Trees, faces, movement, abstract color. Ji-hun watched. These are beautiful. They're messy. So they're not perfect. They're not supposed to be. They're honest. That's better than perfect. I looked at him. Is it? Always. 4 months. I laughed, really laughed at something he said. And Ji-hun watched me with such tenderness. What? I asked. Nothing. It's something. Tell me. I like seeing you happy. I like making you happy. Ji-hun, Belle. He moved closer. I need to tell you something. Okay, I'm falling in love with you. What? I know it's probably not appropriate. Doctor-patient, and you're still healing, and maybe you don't feel the same. But I needed to tell you. Because every day I see you getting stronger, getting better. And I think, what if I never told you and you walked away thinking no one saw you? But I see you, Belle. Not the dancer. You. The woman who paints, who laughs, who fights, who lives. And I love you. No one had ever loved me for me. Only for what I could do. How I looked on stage. But he loved me. Just me. Ji-hun. I love you too. Are you sure? Yes. I've never been more sure of anything. He kissed me, and it felt like coming home. 5 months. The call came from the ballet. Belle, we want you back, when you're ready. We miss you. I stared at my phone. What? Your replacement is good, but she's not you. I don't know what I want anymore, think about it. But Belle, you belong here. I sat in shock. Ji-hun found me. What's wrong? The ballet. They want me back. And I don't know if I want to go. Why not? Because I looked at him, at our apartment now, at the paintings on the walls, at the life we'd built. Because I'm not that person anymore, the one who needs dance to exist. I thought I wanted nothing more than to go back. But now I have this. You. Us. Life. And I don't want to lose it. You won't. But Belle, you need to choose for you, not for me. What do you want? I need to find out. I went to the ballet, one rehearsal, to see. I walked into the studio. The smell, sweat, resin, perfume, so familiar, so home, or what used to be home. The dancers swarmed. Belle, you're back, just visiting. The director came. Belle, want to try a combination? Just to see. I changed, stretched. The music started. I moved into position and danced. Technically, I could do it. My body remembered every step, but my heart wasn't in it. I felt nothing. No joy, no passion, just movement. Empty, beautiful, but empty. I stopped mid-combination. Belle? I can't. Your ankle hurts? No. It's fine. Then what? I don't feel it anymore. Feel what? The need to be perfect. The need to prove anything. I just feel empty. The director looked concerned. Maybe you just need time. Maybe. But I don't think time will change this. I think I've changed, and I don't think I belong here anymore. I'm sorry. But I'm grateful for everything. But I need to go. I left the ballet for the last time, and I felt free. Not sad, not lost, just free. I went to Ji-hun's office. He was with a patient. I waited. When he came out and saw me, his face lit up. Belle, what are you doing here? I needed to see you. Is everything okay? Yes. I went to the ballet. And I quit. You what? I quit. For good. I don't want that life anymore. Are you sure? More sure than I've ever been. What will you do? I want to teach dance. But not for performance. For joy. For kids who love movement, not perfection. I want to paint. To live. To be with you. If you'll have me. Belle. He pulled me close. I'll always have you. Always want you. Love you. I love you too. So what now? Now. He smiled. Now we live, really live, together. Yes, together. 6 months later, I opened a dance studio for children. Small in Brooklyn. Nothing fancy, but full of love, full of joy. Kids ages 4 to 12 learning ballet not for competition, but for the love of movement. Ji-hun came to the opening, watched me teach. After class, he said, "You look happy." I am. Happier than I've ever been. Good. Because I have something to ask you. What? He knelt right there in my small studio. Belle, you taught me that beauty isn't in perfection. It's in authenticity, in courage, in being real. Will you be real with me forever? Will you marry me? Yes. Yes. He stood, kissed me, and I felt complete. Not because I was perfect, but because I was loved for exactly who I was. 1 year after the fall, the ballet called again. Belle, we're doing a special performance, a tribute to resilience. We'd love for you to dance. One piece. Your choice, your choreography. I talked to Ji-hun. What do you think? I think it's your choice. But if you want to dance again one more time on your terms, not theirs, that could be beautiful. So I did. I choreographed a piece about falling and rising, about breaking and healing, about finding beauty in imperfection. I danced at 8 months pregnant. My body round, soft, strong. Not the ballet body I once had, but a real body. A living body. A beautiful body. The audience cried. Ji-hun in the front row where he'd been that night. But this time he wasn't watching me destroy myself. He was watching me celebrate myself. After the standing ovation, he came backstage. You were incredible. I was real. Yes. And that made it perfect. 3 years later, our daughter Emma took her first dance class at my studio. I watched her wobble, twirl, laugh, not caring about perfect form, just enjoying movement. Ji-hun beside me. She's a natural. She's happy. That's better than natural. You think she'll be a dancer. I don't know. And I don't care. As long as she's happy. As long as she knows her worth isn't in what she does, but in who she is. You've come a long way. I have. Because you showed me life is everything. Dance is just a part. What's your favorite part now? This. He gestured to the studio. To Emma. To us. This life. Not performed. Just lived. Mine too. CTA final. Ultimo minuto. Belle fell on stage in front of 2,000 people. She thought her life was over, but it wasn't the end. It was the beginning. The beginning of learning she was more than a dancer, more than a performer. She was human, flawed, real, valuable, just for being her. If this story touched you, if you've ever felt like you're only worth what you can do, if you've ever needed permission to be imperfect, then do 3 things for me right now. 1. Hit that subscribe button. Because we tell stories like this every week. Stories that remind you that you are enough. Exactly as you are. 2. Like this video. It tells us you want more stories of breaking and becoming, of falling and rising, of finding yourself in the ruins. 3. Comment below and tell me, what's your identity beyond what you do? Who are you when you strip away the performance? And if you know someone who needs to hear this story, someone who's breaking under the weight of perfection, someone who thinks they're only valuable if they're flawless, share this with them, because Belle's story could be their story, and maybe, just maybe, it could save them too. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing that broken can become beautiful. See you in the next story, where we learn again and again. You are not what you do. You are who you are. And that is more than enough. Now go, live, not perform, just live.